Palworld Ultra Hardcore. Permadeath plus totally random pal spawn is a pretty insane way to play the game. Pals are trying to kill you, humans are trying to kill you, hell, the map is trying to kill you. But if you have the guts, you can make it out of that steep starting line. I'm Flame078, and let me tell you how you can survive and get your footing in this insane way to play Palworld. Now look, let's set expectations. This is just really to get your footing in. It's taken a lot of trial and error. I'm currently on my 15th run, but I'm feeling really good about this one. Maybe I'll even stream it. Anywho, the tips and tricks and guide here is to allow you to comfortably, if that word even applies, to get you to level 15, which should be a point where you can get 2 bases. As for after that, well, I'm still currently working on that, so you're going to have to check in later for that. Now, what is the first thing you should do when you load in? Look, it's random, so be ready for anything and do not be careless. But what I typically do is go for the 2 chests near the entrance. One is by if you backtrack to the corner where that first journal entry is, and then if you jump off to the left, there is another one. After that, I typically am scouting, figuring out what is spawning nearby. Even in that chest run, if you open your Palpedia, which by the way, it's so weird to call it because I've been calling it Pal Deck for so damn long. Screw you, Nintendo, that's definitely their fault. Anyway, you will see what you have encountered. What is neat is that the habitats are updated so you can check out where these piles are spawning. Listen, this is going to be very manually intensive. You will not have work pals or pals with you for a bit. Just bear with it. We have to lay the foundation here so you guys can survive, and that means having a safe place. I also want to interject real quick and say that this also applies if you want to do random region instead. While both are challenging, random region is much more manageable, but the start looks pretty much the same. And the reason I'm making this video is because both my random region and my ultra random runs are currently at this stage. And actually, I'll be covering the differences so far in a different video coming later this week, just so you guys can see exactly where these 2 runs are currently at. And hopefully this gives me some creds as you listen to this guide. But anyways, I'm sorry for the interjection. Let's go back to the guide. At the moment, this location right here is where I found to be able to be comfortable enough in setting a proper base. Other locations near where you would typically start is just too dangerous, as pals end up aggroing you and maybe even fighting you, so it just makes it completely unsafe to be at. With tree nodes and stone nodes, you can grind up resources without worry, and I haven't seen a random pal encounter, and I haven't been attacked by raids, though it's not without worry. So use this area to basically grind everything up. Chop down trees, mine rocks, build spheres, build weapons. Doing this for like the first in-game day will leave you at a point where you'll have spheres, you'll have a bow and arrow, you'll be at least ready to fight. Of course, you can move on at any point you wish, but just be careful. But what's the best way to get pals? Night is your friend. Well, there are still dangers, but you're able to move around, gather berries, move across the map, get fast travel points across the map. The key reason why night helps is because you can isolate pals. Not only do pals attack you in big packs, but if your fight spills over and aggroes high level pals you are trying to avoid, you pretty much get screwed. Attacking at night basically allows you a clean 1v1. Now, if you're trying to go for the small pals, definitely use the hang trap trick to make your life easier. It would be nice for me to be able to say, hey, focus on getting X pal or Y type, but who knows what is going to be around, so get what you can. But honestly, crafting and resource gathering is going to be the safest way for you to level up and get XP. At some point, you do want to make the trip to the small settlement. That way you can buy wool. As cloth is something really important that you're gonna need early game. It's definitely been a hit or miss in getting pals that can drop wool, so going to the small settlement and buying them has been the most reliable way for me to get that resource. Heck, sometimes even the wandering merchant can come in handy, so pay attention for him. Nothing is where you expect it, so it's all about truly hunting and searching. The only thing that I've seen consistent is those new human bounties. They seem to be in the same spot, which is good because ancient technology points are a bitch to get so far. Now, with that out of the way, understand some of the risk in playing this way. In my attempts to avoid dying, I use the edge of the map and cliffs a lot, which is nice because it adds to the survivability and you can dodge attacks and you can de-aggro pals that are trying to kill you. You'll find some chests, maybe some eggs lying around, which pal eggs are huge because I managed to build a collection, so by the time I could make the incubator, I could safely get some new pals without worrying. But even though it may have sounded like a joke at the start,
oh no! Look! What the heck just happened?
I have died way more times than I'd like to this damn bug, so be careful in spam jumping and climbing. Always err on the side of caution when you see a pal. You do not want to accidentally aggro them. With low stamina, dodging attacks can be tough. Don't get overconfident just because they are at the same level or look weak. Because they are in groups of 3 or 4, you can easily die. I've definitely gotten humbled a couple times. This will be easier as you'll get your better equipment, but those early captures are crucial. Be picky about pals. Your goal should be pals that can help you make food, then ones that can help you grind those tree and rock nodes. It's a simple way to get passive XP. Each time the node goes down, you will get XP, so don't be quick to clear the land. Of course, this is all RNG reliant, so that's why I can't tell you to go for XPal or any more specifics. But this guideline should help you in at least getting to the point where I am now. Lastly, use the randomness of pals fighting or even the damn humans fighting the pals. I caught a high level warsec because it was about to be killed by a human and I took advantage. Sure, I could not use that warsec in combat because at the time it was like twice my level, but it allowed me to get my food production going because it had planting and gathering and I already had a watering pal. Be patient, it's going to be grueling, but I do find this way of playing Palworld so far a lot of fun. And I wish I could tell you more, but hopefully as I progress, I can make a video to tell you guys what to do next. The real next hurdle is those ancient technology points and ancient parts. No pun intended, but minus those human bounties, I got lucky with some lucky pals spawning nearby that I actually could fight. I hope this helps. Stay tuned for more Palworld content. Flame078, adios.